Alright, well today is day 40. I've gained weight. This morning I weighed in at 278.5, up about 4.5 pounds. Now I know that a portion of that is water weight, but I know for a fact that a decent bit of that is the question of me just completely messing up on my diet. So I gotta keep these videos real. I didn't want to talk about this, to be honest. I didn't want to say anything. So, anyways, I had a cake last night. Fucking stupid. We're gonna call that a temporary relapse. I sat this morning for a while and analyzed why, what happened, and I've come to the conclusion that eating out for me is not allowed, because that kind of just throws the discipline off the rails for me. So eating out at like Chipotle or Chick-fil-A or things of that nature, even though they're like theoretically fine, should not be allowed. Like, the only places I should be allowed to go eat are steakhouses and literally only eat meat. Because even with Chipotle, I've realized that theoretically, like, the portion sizes could be, I don't even know how many calories I'm consuming. I can like try to guess, but realistically, you never know. Like, the portion sizes are always different, so you can't even predict how much you're gonna eat, how much you're gonna bounce back. Now, that wasn't the culprit. The culprit was a little bit less physical exercise, a lot of water, but mainly a fucking cake. I don't know. I was just craving one. I was at the Whole Foods. I was like, that cake looks really, really good. I haven't had cake. I haven't had any berries. It had like little berries on top. So I was like, you know what? I'll allow myself one. Why not? Well, the answer to the why not is the fact that I just gained weight. Now, it's a temporary gain. I know I can fix this, blah, blah, blah. Hey, this is more of like, hey, I had messed up on my diet. So I just want to be able to like post this and say, hey, like, yeah, you can fail, blah, blah, blah. Like, the most important part here, though, is that you're going to show up, do better today, tomorrow, the day after. Like, it's okay to have slip-ups, but for the last 9 days, like, ever since that injury, I just kind of gave myself too much slack, and that's not good. So I basically lost, like, no weight in the last 9 days. If anything, I gained 3 pounds, but I can, get it down. So, that being said, let's make adjustments. Now, given that food is my biggest issue, this is the cake that I cheated on my diet with. I'm gonna meal prep and essentially prohibit myself from eating out, which means we're gonna be taking out this chicken breast, defrosting it, and cooking it for the next couple of days. Step number 1 would be to throw away the remainder of this cake, because that's gotta go. I might mount this microphone here. My feet kind of hurt still from yesterday attempted marathon. If you watched it, I've done something, but not ideal. So today for exercise, I was thinking of just like not doing anything, but obviously I am here on a bicycle and we're gonna go cycle. Well, because that's something that I should definitely do, and I shouldn't utilize an excuse that my feet hurt and whatnot. So anyways, we're gonna start the...
Now here's the thing, I know I did not want to do this ride whatsoever at all, because I mean, obviously I've messed up on my diet and I have to do this, but I just wanted to sit at home and be a couch potato. I did not want to go for this ride. And with that, I even managed to like completely start a wrong workout instead of the one I wanted.
Ah man, that's upsetting. I started the wrong workout. And the fact that it is overcast does help. However, it's still really fucking hot.
I mean, yeah, weather in Texas is low-key kind of brutal.
Water essential. This is roughly 1 mile mark from my previous rides, but the first 0.6-ish miles were not properly tracked.
And I mean, as always, I want to say that, doing the exercise that you genuinely enjoy is essential to success of this thing. And I mean, hence is why I'm doing biking.
Yeah, I mean, biking is a good option for when the feet hurt, because it's not really putting that much impact on the foot itself, which is great. Still being active and don't even have to worry about the fact that, hey, some shit hurts, Ah, that's what I forgot. I was wondering what I forgot. My gloves. I don't have my gloves.
The gloves are usually needed to like make sure you don't get blisters on your arms, because from handlebars constantly rubbing against your arm, you might get a little bit of blisters.
All right, this is about a 2 mile mark. Today is definitely going to be a shorter ride. I would assume roughly about 6 miles.
Now, perhaps doing like a essentially a little bit over a half marathon walking yesterday was not the best thing because I did not really have that much fun.
You know, one of the most important things about the exercise is to just have fun. So if you have to go out there and like do an exercise, make sure you're having fun while you're doing it. Because like, what's the point of doing stuff if you're not enjoying it? Now, it doesn't mean that everything has to be easy, so. You can enjoy hard things too, you know?
And another thing with this exercise is that the longer you do this, the more you're into this, the more you kind of start enjoying the exercise itself.
All right, we're somewhere around 3.2 miles, give or take, on your left. Appreciate it. And you know, here's the thing. Sometimes an activity that you don't enjoy and you're not having fun with could become really fun if you have somebody to do it with. So perhaps go find some more friends that like enjoy doing things that you want to enjoy as well. Like if you want to enjoy running, get into a group of friends that do running. Like get some D1 athlete friends or something. I mean, you get the point. Because at the end of the day, it's all about making sure that you can do things consistently. And having friends that do that will keep you in check as well. 4 miles down right now. On your left. All right, about 5 miles in. I'm gonna make my way back home now. Oh, fuck city riding. I think I want to get down to the trail. I guess that's a no to getting on trail. All right, we're definitely over 6 miles now, so. All right, quick 6.25 miles. Quick ride, finished. Which means that today, the most important thing for me to tackle is to make sure that the food that I'm going to be consuming for the rest of this week is prepared. Because quite honestly, I don't get too much time to cook. I personally don't necessarily enjoy cooking that much either. So stopping by and eating somewhere else is just so much easier, honestly. It's faster, it's more convenient, and it's better. So without further ado, we're gonna need to plan the food that we'll consume. We're gonna utilize what I already have, which is a pack of barramundi, chicken breast, tilapia, which is another fish, and salmon. So it's gonna be quite a lot of fish, and on top of that, we're gonna add some lobster tails. That should be a sufficient amount of food for me to consume in the next 5 days. That is essentially what's gonna be my next 5 days of diet. Total calorie restrictions are 1850. Total protein goal is 250 grams or more. And total carbs are supposed to be under 35 grams. Handy dandy scale. And I'm gonna start measuring this stuff. We're gonna add this lobster tail as a morning snack for tomorrow. There's 546 grams of tilapia for day one. 496 for day two. And 347 grams of fish for day three. 403 grams on Monday. 406 grams on Tuesday. And we have one more breast left for Wednesday morning. It's right here. Protein. I'm gonna count this as an afternoon snack. And with protein, we're obviously gonna have collagen, okay? Collagen added. Now we're gonna take one more tray and put more fish on it because, well, guess what? Even with all the food that I'm cooking right now, it's still not enough. All right, so this tray here is gonna be for the other fish. Next, we're gonna plan out the barramundi. The meal prepping sucks if you have to do it yourself. All right, 402 grams for day 3. Now, I usually don't cook here. I completely ran out of trays, so that requires me to either rearrange this one, which I really don't want to do, or what we could do, and rather what we should do, whenever it finishes cooking on one of these, we're just gonna utilize the same tray and put the Alaskan salmon on it. Now we're just gonna preheat the oven to 350 degrees, and these different foods will cook at different temperatures. And once the oven is heated, we can just toss all this stuff in there. Chicken will take by far the longest to actually cook, then followed by tilapia, and then this would be the first one that's gonna be finished cooking. So in the meantime, I think the best thing I can do, just let this sit, because it's not fully defrosted yet. And as it defrosts, I'm gonna go think, because this is definitely not enough. Salt, pepper, whatever, just like put spices on it. So the first batch of the stuff here is done. So we're gonna pull it out from the oven and start distributing this stuff into its own respective containers. Low-key, none of this shit looks like it's done. It's warm to the touch, it's not even hot. And it's going back in the oven. So the timer has just finished for the second time. Let's see if this food is, now it does smell like it's some cooked food now, which is nice, which is a good sign. Yeah, this stuff now looks cooked. Let's move this stuff around and make sure it is. I'm gonna break one apart to just kind of ensure that it's done. Oh yeah, crispy, perfect. It's like falling apart. It's exactly what we wanted. All right, day 1, day 2. And day 3, perfecto. Yeah, honestly to say though, I don't enjoy this. I don't want to cook. This is not really for me. I need to find somebody who wants to cook. So, you know, a chef or a girlfriend, either or. I'm not picky, just kidding. There's a lot of liquid, so I'm wondering if I should weigh the fish before or after it was cooked. Because I mean, like, the difference in weight before and after is gonna be significant. The amount of liquid that's on this tray is kind of insane. Second tray, here we come. Day 2, and second tray is done. Now the third one is gonna come out temporarily. Damn, there is genuinely an ungodly amount of liquid in there. So, if you enjoy cooking, come cook for me, I don't know. All right, and this chicken we're gonna flip. There is so much liquid on this tray. And the chicken is going back in. Closing all of this food. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, if you like cooking and you have tips for me on what I can do to make this a more enjoyable process, let me know, because well, this right now is not it. Straight to the fridge we go. Now we just gotta wait, and as soon as we're done cooking, I'm going to fuck to sleep. So I mean, the solution does sound, and it does seem like it's a reasonable solution. Like, theoretically, if I have everything meal prepped, I shouldn't have to have any slip-ups. Once this food is cooked for the next, I guess 4 days, that's how much food I got. So for the next 4 days, I shouldn't have any slip-ups. Now, will I have any? We're gonna see. But it does seem like this was the viable solution. And I mean, come take a look at this fridge. I mean, if this right here is not a fridge of somebody who is determined, dedicated, and ready, then I'm not sure what that is. But I do believe that having all of this here should theoretically yield a pretty positive result. Perfect. Meal prep is done. You know what that means? Throw this real quick into the fridge and finish the day. I don't know what I was thinking, it's still hot. All right, and that is a wrap. I don't know if this cooking vlog was fun to watch at all. I essentially just rambled on the whole day, but this should help. I mean, the fridge literally looks kind of pristine. So this is for tomorrow, this is for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And those right there are my snacks for tomorrow, the day after, and the day after that. I do believe that it's a decent amount of food, and it's a decent kind of food, so I should be solid. With that being the case, I think it is time to go to sleep. I'll see you tomorrow.